So a couple of times now, I have had people asking me, Amy, what's your advice for transphobic idiots on the internet? Now this happens a lot. There are people everywhere that want to oppose us at every corner, no matter what we're doing. And my advice would be, initially try to educate, don't stoop to their level, don't call names and stuff, just, try and educate and post articles that back up your story. Like there's even one about, people even use the chromosome argument, but I've got a study which I'll link in the description. I'll give you some stuff to help. But this study basically says that we don't know as much about chromosomes as we originally thought, and chromosome swapping happens a lot more. So there's a lot more like XY people who shouldn't have XY and XX people who shouldn't have XX. But there's also various other combinations like XXY and YXX and stuff. It's really complicated. We don't know anything about it. So people using this argument is wrong. You also get the people who are like, strapping fake boobs doesn't make you a woman. And I'm like, well, my boobs are real, darling. And they're like, oh, well, they're just hormone boobs. It's like, well, what are boobs? It's just sacks of hormone fat. That's all they are. Really, if you want to think of it that way, that's what they are. But yeah, so if you can't educate them, which, obviously I'll post a couple of articles in there. There might only be one or two, because I'm not sure if I've got a whole stockpile. Obviously, my page, Trans Girl Amy, which will be in the description, on Facebook, I'm constantly posting articles and information and stuff, so it's a good resource if you're wanting stuff to fight the trolls with. Right, but first of all, if reasoning doesn't work, the next thing I would say is just, obviously hold your ground, but back out of the conversation. There's no shame in that. You don't have to answer to somebody that just wants to put you down, and there's no shame in quitting the argument and just say no, you're blocked. Say it. There's no shame in that, because at the end of the day, you've got to put yourself first. And if this idiot isn't listening to what you're telling them, then they're never going to learn. People who don't want to learn don't learn. It's horrible, but that's how it is. Granted, you will get people who will initially argue about the transgender thing, but they will see reason when you start linking these articles and stuff, and they'll be like, oh, I didn't know that, thanks for opening my mind. Which is good when you find people like that. That's why don't go full on into rage. For one, it's a stereotype about trans people, but it's also like it discourages people who actually want to learn and have an open mind. They just, like, the way I see it. And I was having a discussion with one of my friends the other day. He was advising me on a film or a TV show or something to watch, and I was like, is there any transphobia in there? And he's like, I don't know. And he seemed to get a little bit, worried I'd be upset, and I was like, well, he's like, well, I did used to laugh at trans stuff before I realised that it was wrong. And I'm like, that's fine, I did too, and I'm being honest here. Like, I did used to laugh at transgender jokes before I realised that I was transgender. I always knew there was something up with me. I couldn't put my finger on it. But because media has acclimatised our brains to laugh at what's different. It's a man in a dress, it's so funny. Media's done that. It's not necessarily people's fault that they're laughing at these jokes. It's media's fault for programming their minds to work that way. So I wouldn't say, unless they know what trans issues are and stuff, and they're still laughing, then they're asses. But, like, as I said, I used to laugh at, like, it's not until, like, a couple of years ago that I actually think about the Ace Ventura movie and realised how fucking transphobic that was. But when I was younger, I laughed at it, I found it hilarious, and then I didn't realise how bad it was until I thought about it. And that's why, like, it's good to ask, is there any transphobia in that movie, when people try and try and get you to watch something. Because like they might not actually remember, and they have to sit and think about it and go, wait a minute, was there? And it opens their eyes as well to how they were before and how they are now, and it shows them that they've progressed and stuff. I think it's generally a good thing to be able to do that and just say, look, rather than just watching it and then getting offended and shouting at them when it might not even be their fault, because, you know, we're all acclimatized to laugh at that stuff because it's obviously you learn and you train yourself not to. Now I don't laugh at transphobic stuff. I'm really offended when I see it. Sorry, I'm really offended when I see it, as I am with racism and ableism. I can't pronounce that word properly. It's the one where people make fun of disabled people. It's, you know, it's, you don't make fun of somebody for something that they have no control over. I've already made a video talking about that when it came to my argument between vegan and trans people, and that'll be linked at the end of the video. Don't worry, you can watch that. So yeah, that's what I have to say on this. I think I might have rambled because I've forgotten what the original topic was for this video. I just talked and talked and talked, and that's, my mind's a big scrambled thing of stuff and bits, and sometimes it doesn't end up going where it was supposed to go, so I apologise if I've gone really off subject. Hey, so if you like this video, why don't you give it a good old like down there somewhere? Or you can, you know, comment if you have anything to say. Or if you would like to see more of my videos, it would be really cool if you subscribe, because not only does it give me a little joy to see that people are actually enjoying my stuff and want to see more, but I also will tell you when new videos are released. Incidentally, if you would like to see more videos like this, like up here, nice video here for you. Or if you would like to see something completely different, there's stuff over here. Look at all this wonderful stuff. Whoa. So they're at your disposal as well. The choice truly is yours. The choice is yours. I mean, that looks pretty interesting. It's kind of cool what's going on there. Then again, that is pretty awesome as well. Decisions. You need to choose something. Otherwise, I'm just going to be strapped here inside this box, which I do not really want to be. You know, I've got places I need to go, things I need to do. Just general stuff. And the longer it takes for you to click on one of these, the longer I'm trapped here, and I don't really want to be trapped here. You know, there's plenty of other things you can be doing right now. Hell, I've even suggested videos, not even by me, some of them, but anything so that it gets me out of this box, because, you know, it's kind of cramped and I don't really like it. Come on, please. Just click something. Why have you trapped me here? Come on, please let me out. Are you even still there? Hello? Hello? Please, come on. Is anybody there? Come on, please. Let me out. Please, just do anything. I'm gonna have to find a way to escape. Oh, hold on.